Welcome to Lions pregame show right here on the Woodward Sports Network. My name is Stick. To my right, my buddy Anson. To my left,
hi, buddy Anson.
My buddy Joey.
I get to be your buddy Joey today?
We're all buddies today, man.
Hi, I'm
and
Joey.
on producer Cam, we got the sexual Adam. No other way to put it, baby.
I've been seeing comments like this. It's very weird.
Why? What's weird about it, man?
Is that it's all from dudes.
Hey, man, get in where you fit in, Adam. We want to give away $1,000 today. All you got to do is make sure you share this post. Make sure you guess who's going to score the first touchdown for the Detroit Lions or the Bucks today, and guess the final score of the game. Those are the rules to get in on the $1,000. So far this year, we've given away $3,000. $3,000.
Big money.
Big money, man.
It really is.
It's real money, too. Real money. So if you want to win some real money today, what are the three things you got to do, guys?
You gotta guess
Share.
the first. You gotta share first.
Share is most important.
Yep.
Most important.
Yep.
Then you gotta guess who's gonna score the first touchdown of the game.
Yep.
And then you gotta guess the exact score and who wins of the game.
Yep.
And now they have until Sunday to get that prediction in, correct?
No.
The game's today? We play today?
Yeah, that's why
The
we're
game's
here
today.
today.
Hey,
Anson,
you
what
gotta
the
know
fuck?
that. That's important to know.
Did you wonder why we asked you to come in on Saturday?
It's important for me. I had
Come
five
on,
people.
man.
I had 5 people ask me today. They're like, I have until tomorrow too. I'm like, no, you don't. So it's important to know you got to share that today.
So you were kidding, right? I just want to make sure you were kidding on that.
Sign them up.
We got
he
Corey
wasn't.
Woods checking in live from Ford Field. Let's see if we can get Corey on the VMix call. See if he can come on in.
Yeah, I'm gonna send him his info.
Okay, yeah, let's do that. Corey, we're going to try to get you in on this. But yeah, you want that $1,000, real easy. Guess who's going to score the first touchdown, guess the final score of the game, and share this. We already got some guesses in. We got 31-24 Bucks with Swift scoring the first touchdown, 37-34 Lions, Swift scoring the first touchdown. Last week, a lot of people had Derrick Henry scoring the first touchdown, and you know who scored the first touchdown? Derrick Henry.
He's good at that.
So a lot of people were paying attention to last week's game, but unfortunately that score got so far out of control. Nobody guessed the exact point score.
There was a couple correct guesses at halftime.
Yeah, halftime, but we don't give away $500 at halftime. We give away $1,000 at the end of the game.
Did you guys see Kenny Burke's comment or not yet?
No, not
don't
yet.
Look. Don't look then if you haven't.
Okay.
Can you guess which player for the Lions has never fumbled in his career since 2012?
Which player?
Yeah.
Don Muehlbach.
And or wide receiver for the Lions.
Oh, wide receiver.
Muehlbach's been a Lion for like 24 years.
I know, and he's never fumbled. He's the long snapper.
Man, that's a really
This
good
is
question.
a crazy stat. And
It's
I
a
just
wide
researched
receiver?
it. It's a wide receiver
That has played with us
that's
for how
playing
long?
with us for 8 years now, since 2012.
Wide receiver since 2012.
Wait. The whole time he's been playing for the Lions?
I don't know if he has.
I feel
or
like
not.
maybe
No, he hasn't.
Marvin Jones?
No, he has not been with the Lions.
Oh.
Marvin Jones.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Dude, this is crazy. He's had over 431 career touches, over 6,000 career yards, and 49 touchdowns, and never once fumbled in his career.
That's wild.
That is pretty sweet.
Ball security.
But I'm pissed about that.
Why?
Because now I'm going to be watching the game today, freaking out anytime he catches the
totally
ball.
jinxed
You
shit out
just
of him.
jinxed him.
It's not me, it's Kenny Burke, so I'm throwing all the blame on Kenny Burke.
Kenny, this is on you if he fumbles today.
This is on you. So Marvin Jones, it's Kenny Burke. That's the one we got to go after.
Hey boys, look behind you.
Hey,
Hey, Corey Woods with the polo.
Man, I got to get my headphones on so we can talk to Corey.
Yeah, get your
Oh,
headphones.
man. Look
Adam,
where
you can
Corey's
hear him,
at.
right?
I can hear Corey.
You
What
can
up,
hear
Corey?
Corey?
What's going on?
Corey, you're
What
at the
up, dude?
Lions game, right? You're at the Lions game?
Yes, sir.
Oh,
Yes, sir. Can
man,
you hear
how
me?
is it to be in a... Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear us?
Yes, I can.
How is it to be at a crazy empty Ford Field like that?
I've never seen anything like this. I mean, I've been in an empty Ford Field, but not for a game. It's like all the seats are covered. Everybody has their own suite. They're looking for my suite right now. You know, they said they're about to set Woodward Sports out, so here we are.
That's amazing. Can we give it up for Corey for being invited to the game? Corey, I got one favor for you while you're there. Ooh, Woodward Sports, baby, let's go.
That's beautiful.
I got one favor, Corey. Can you find my cardboard cutout?
You know what? I see the cardboard cutouts right over there. So if they let me get over there, I'm gonna go over there and try to get a selfie.
Hell yeah. That'll be amazing. Corey, what are you looking for during the day's game today? I mean, this is your first game being invited like this as media. What are you looking for in today's game?
Well, honestly, and this is probably has nothing to do with the game really. I'm looking to see if I can hear these calls on the field and hear these players talking trash to each other. That's one thing I'm looking forward to. But honestly, just want to see a good game, us come out and compete, go ahead and, welcome Tom Brady back to Michigan and send him back home with an L. And I'm really looking forward to seeing how this offense is going to look under Sean Ryan calling it, and what Robert Prince is going to do with this first tryout. So I'm hoping that we are able to keep the aggression going, and we'll see.
How close are they going to let you to the field?
I don't think they're going to let me anywhere near the field. They have all of the media on one level, and each media has their own suite and section. So right now they're getting my section together, and I'm just looking around because I think one of the people was looking for me. I wasn't sure, but yeah, they're not letting me get anywhere near the field unless you're a Lions media.
And can we shout out whoever did your fade? That's looking real nice today.
Oh, thank you. Shout out to my barber, Moose, Black Symmetrical on Instagram.
Black Symmetrical on
What up,
Instagram. I
Moose?
love that. I absolutely love that. Corey, what are some keys to the game that you think the Lions could possibly come away with a victory today?
Honestly, I think one of the main things they need to do is just blitz Tom Brady. Just send blitzes at him all the time. Make him uncomfortable in the pocket. When you're able to make Tom Brady uncomfortable in the pocket, he gets really flustered and starts throwing erratic passes. So that's really the one thing they need to do. The second thing I believe they need to do, is just run the damn ball. That's it. Just run the ball down their throats.
Yeah, I like that. I like
I wanna
that.
see
We're gonna
more
get into
split.
all those. We're gonna get into all the defensive
I'm trying to hear
statistics
you
coming
guys
up in a
because
little
they
bit.
got the music going real loud in here.
That's all right. Can you do like a pan around of the whole stadium real quick so we can see everything?
Yeah, sure. Hold on 1 second. Let me see something.
This is crazy. Inside Ford Field. What are we, like 2 hours before game time?
Wild.
It's going to look like that in 2 hours.
That's so crazy. Whoa. It's crazy on that big screen, too. Man, look at Corey looking all fresh in his Woodward Sports polo. Thank you for representing us today, man. If anything
I
pops,
gotta get the representation going.
it looks great, man. If anything pops off,
When I said my name, when I came in the media will call, I said, "Hey, I'm Corey Woods, Woodward Sports." So they immediately knew who we are now.
oh man, Corey Woods putting us on the map. Corey
For
Woods.
real, Corey.
We're gonna have to change it to Corey Woodsward Sports.
No, not ready for all that. No. I'm on second order.
All right, man. If anything big happens, give us a call back. Let us know what's going on. Maybe we'll check in with you right before the end of the show, okay?
All right, sounds good. Just let me know. I'm here.
All right. Thank you, Corey.
Corey Woods, baby.
Awesome.
How official is
No
that?
doubt. No doubt.
Man, Corey, when he got that email, when was it? On Wednesday?
Yeah, Wednesday.
So happy. I've never seen him happier. Like, he ran in here.
We were more proud of him than he was for himself for
Yeah.
landing that, because that's crazy.
Yeah. He ran in here, and normally when Corey runs in, it's like crazy breaking news or something.
Okay.
And he ran in. We're like, "What's the breaking news?" He's like, "I get to go to Ford Field." It was like some big trade went down or something. But Corey came in. That's awesome, man. Representing. What an awkward scene inside Ford Field.
Yeah.
It's
Into an
gonna be
awkward
like
year,
that.
man.
Yeah.
It's going to be like that the entire game. So when he said, "I'm looking forward to seeing if I can hear them trash talk on the sidelines,"
Right.
he's going to hear every single thing that they possibly say on the sidelines.
God, those collisions got to sound so big in person.
Just quiet,
Oh, yeah.
and they're hearing all of it.
Yeah, because Joey and I go to high school games all the time. Like the last one we went to was the Cass Tech game before they shut down high school football. And some of those hits were me and Joey are like, damn, I don't remember hitting that hard in high school.
So Stick and I get field access to high school football games.
By sneaking in with the band.
Corey Woods gets access to the Lions game when the entire Ford Field is empty. What a legend.
That is awesome. So Corey's there. He's going to be reporting live all day long. If anything pops off, definitely Woodward Sports will have it for you.
No doubt.
But let's get into the game, guys. I mean, the first and foremost, the biggest thing happening today during the game, it's like substitute teacher is out. School's out,
No,
baby.
it's substitute teacher to the substitute teacher to the substitute teacher.
I mean, do we want to go over what's happening with the coaching right now? So they moved the wide receiver coach, Robert Price. He's now the head coach for this game. Quarterback coach Sean Ryan is now the offensive play caller for the game.
Who, by the way, has never made play calls, not only in the NBA and in the NFL, in any level of football, which is crazy.
That is crazy. And head coach assistant in research and analysis, Evan Rothstein, is now the defensive play caller, which I've actually heard he's been in the system and he knows a lot about the defense, and he was under Patricia for a while. So he may not be that big of a drop off at defense, but when you're ranked 30th in defense,
It's got to have a massive effect on the game.
dude. Yes and no, like Adam and I were talking in high school, how you could only regulate to so many times practicing and then your team would go off and do your own practice. Those practices were still productive and a little fun.
Yeah.
So hopefully we see like the annexation of Puerto Rico get called today. Like we see some fun plays.
But when you have 35 seconds in between plays to make big decisions, whether it's a challenge flag, calling a timeout, going for 4th on 4th, and you got guys that haven't made calls before, that time becomes very important.
Yes, and it's a lot. It reminds me of when I used to try to DJ. Like I tried to DJ once, and it's hard to know the next song you want, get the beat lined up, still talk to people, and you got 2 minutes before that fucking song ends. Otherwise, it's
like
horrible.
taking jump shots in your driveway versus the game, man.
Yeah.
Everything changes.
Yeah, so that's going to be interesting to watch. Defensive assistant Tony Carter is now the defensive backs coach. Director of football research is now the linebackers
I love
coach.
how you go like this.
It's like director of football research.
The head of valet is running special teams.
I was just going to say, and the top guy that sells beer, he is now calling the game.
Dude, they should have so done that. That would have been amazing.
Right, just hand out jobs to everybody.
Wow, like the guy, like the equipment manager.
Right.
How does my man not have some role? Come on.
He is now the doctor. Look, you just put someone in like
I'm just seeing the third string water boy get smoked.
Bobby Boucher comes off the bench.
Remember when the Wolverines put one in? They crossing pattern gets smoked. Oh,
And
man.
then this is the weirdest thing to me: the William Clay Ford minority coaching assistant.
You lost me. Say that one more time.
The William Clay Ford minority coaching assistant is now the defensive line coach.
I didn't know that was a position.
Like, what does he
Listen.
know about defensive? He or she know about defensive line?
I don't know, but what's weird to me about these minority positions that the NFL creates, like I think it's great you're giving
for
minority
sure.
opportunities, but to label them as that, it's like you're really, I don't know. To me, it's like, well, this guy, the only reason he has this job, and that's probably not true. But
Yeah.
if it's in the title, it's kind of a prerequisite.
Yeah, the NFL's
Hey
changing. man.
guys,
Yeah.
hear me out. So I got somebody calling in to talk about the Lions game.
Who
Who?
do we got?
We've got Wasim.
Wasim! Where's he at? What up, Wasim?
He's home.
What's up, boy? I'm home doing nothing. It's Saturday.
Doing nothing. So you're always in the chat. You're always having fun with us. You're Adam's boy. What do you think's going to happen in the Lions game today?
Whatever's gonna happen is not gonna be pretty. I don't see the Lions doing anything today, man. It's sad, but it's tough, man. It's tough when you don't have a coaching staff on the sidelines telling you what to do. We don't know who's calling the plays. We don't know who's setting up the defense, and it's just a big mess,
It was tough before, even when we did have coaching. Now we got to do it
Right.
without coaching, Wasim.
So we're giving
know,
away
man.
that $1,000. We're giving away that $1,000. Who do you think's going to score the first touchdown, and what do you think the final score is going to be?
So I already put my answer in the chat, but we're looking at 38 to 24 bucks, and I got Fournette scoring in first.
Ooh, Fournette with the first score. I like that. That's an interesting pick. Anson would
Well,
like that pick.
I would
Yeah,
like
I'm
that.
kind of biased. There because championship weekend last night, I got a knife stabbed into my heart going up against Kamara. But we got to make a comeback.
He went up
Yeah.
against Kamara last night in fantasy football.
man.
59
Our
points,
condolences.
To all of you.
Yeah, our condolences to everybody who had Kamara going or who was going up against Kamara last night. Like,
6 touchdowns.
it's over, baby. It's over. Wasim, I wish you the best of luck, man. Thanks for checking in.
Bye, man. Love you guys. Take care. Have a good show.
That's awesome.
So is what, Gale Sayers the last guy that had 6 touchdowns?
It was Gale Sayers. Yep.
Crazy.
Freaking crazy. 6
Crazy.
touchdowns in
Clint
one
Portis,
game.
5
It's
rushing
like
touchdowns.
50 years or something. Man.
Yeah.
Wild.
Remember when Peyton Manning threw for 6 touchdowns against us in like one half?
Yeah.
That was an awful game.
And he could have gotten 7 because they took him out on that
He
one.
could have gotten 12.
Yeah,
he could have gotten 12.
So yeah, we're giving away the $1,000. Make sure you share the Facebook Live. Make sure you comment who you think is going to score the first touchdown and the final score of the game. That's the coaching carousel that's going on with the Lions today. I think they'll just have fun with it. I mean, to these guys though, like they're going to take this as serious as none of these guys are ever going to get these types of head coaching looks again. And this is their opportunity to shine.
Huge opportunity.
Or their opportunity to never get looked at again.
Yeah, no doubt. So, I mean, if they
I don't
win-
think it's fair to judge them that way.
No, but it's
of
their.
course.
If they do really well, they're going to get judged really well. If they do really poor, like if they do mediocre, I think it's okay.
There's nothing to lose, in my opinion, because if they do very well, it's like, wow, they made the most of the
Absolutely.
circumstances.
Right.
If they do shit, it's like there was nobody on the sideline helping them. How
but
are you going to judge
it's
somebody
still an
like that?
audition tape, man. No matter what way you look at
And
it.
you look at the director of football research, David Carrero. He's never getting an opportunity. So it's like, for him to have this opportunity as the linebackers coach,
Yeah.
watch the linebackers go off. and
Watch
let them
Tavai
go.
play out of his mind
Out of
today.
his mind.
Well, you know, we were talking last week about Bevel and what it would take for him to keep his job.
Yeah.
And we were talking about winning out, maybe making the playoffs. So if they were to win this game, does that go on Bevel's kind of on his?
No, it's all. I mean, the Bevel show's over. Like
think
that's
so?
yeah, dude. After the going 1-2, like
I think
that's
so, too.
that kind of disqualifies him
Oh,
from being.
I
head
love
coach.
when you guys talk common sense.
Listen, we said it hypothetically last
Adam
time.
can never operate in hypothetical.
What
like-
about the common sense of
It's
bringing
honestly, no. It's not even that. It's not about the hypothetical. I like hypothetical, engagement.
No, you
But
don't. No,
for
you
to even
don't.
bring up the fact that the Lions would win out with that schedule and that team
Yep.
was frustrating. That's all.
I never thought
I like
that.
to have actual hypotheticals, like something that makes sense. Like, oh, do you think the Kansas City and New Orleans game the other week is a Super Bowl preview? Okay, I can buy into
That's
that.
impossible. How would you ever think that?
All right, now I want to know this. I want to know your feelings on the Lions bringing in Jim Caldwell for an interview. Adam.
Oh, he hates
Fuck
it.
you, Anson.
I know, I hate it too.
No.
I hate it too. I'm asking you because I agree. We don't agree on much. We
I know.
don't.
And Adam's ready to jump down
why
your
are
throat.
you- if we're a franchise that is spinning our tracks for decades now, why are we going backwards to hire a guy that we already got rid of? So you hate that too?
I didn't like the way we got rid of him. That's the problem. I
Yeah.
thought he was unfairly fired. He was 9-7. Granted, I felt he peaked as a coach in his first year. But having said that, you don't fire him because 9-7 isn't good enough. You set up the next regime for failure, in my opinion.
But do you bring him back? That's
No.
the question.
No, you move on. As much as I really love and appreciate what he did for us, you move on. Bring in a new GM, let him make the decision,
No doubt.
and move forward. If you really make that decision, I don't see the positives in it. What, we're 7-9, 8-8, maybe a 9-7 year?
On the flip
the team
side-
is going through a rebuild right now.
On the flip side, I kind of like the idea. And I know Stick always goes back on the greatest coach in Lions history because, I mean, truthfully,
waiting for it.
He is up there. But think about it like this. You get fired at 9-7. You're looking like, really? You're going to fire
Right.
me at 9-7? I'm the greatest coach in Lions history to come back.
It's true.
Like, think about it, though. When
It's
you
like
were to
jumbo
come
shrimp,
back,
though, bro.
It's the same thing with saying Stafford's the greatest quarterback in Lions history. He is, but we haven't been able to win playoff games with him. We haven't been able
Is
to
he
win
better than
division.
Bobby Lane?
Well, Bobby Lane, to me, like that's so far gone. Like, yeah, you put Bobby Lane in
Come
today's
on, Anson,
NFL.
he's better than Bobby Lane.
footage of Bobby Lane play, dude.
Bobby Lane
How
played
do
the
we bring-
leather helmet.
How do we bring him on the show every
I've
Saturday
never
or Sunday?
even-
He talks out of his ass, man.
No, so it's the same thing. But that being said, Caldwell got interviewed by the Texans, and I think if he goes
And
to
I
the
hope he
Texans,
gets it.
and if he gets that Texans job, I think he'll do well there.
Caldwell's going to get a head coaching job.
He should. He
He
should.
deserves one.
He'll be
I
the
think what
first
he did with
Lions
the
ex-head
Lions
coach.
Was very good. He really, genuinely, I mean it. He deserves another opportunity. He's not a Hugh Jackson. He's not an Adam Gase. He accomplished very good things here, and he helped put together a very good roster that underachieved, in my opinion.
Right.
I felt that 11-5 year, that was our division. We had to win a playoff game. I know what happened in the playoffs and the calls, but
I don't give a shit about calls.
That era,
I don't care about calls.
that era
You had
was
5 minutes left in that game to
unsatisfying.
make up for that shitty call.
And I gotta
Thank
be-
you.
I think the Lions are a unique franchise that their underperformance is more about the entire franchise than it has ever been about a specific coach.
Right.
There is a culture in Detroit, unfortunately, still that it's always underwhelming and underperformance, you know?
Yeah. Well, we're going to see who gets it next. I mean, I think everybody's still in the Eric Bieniemy camp. That's probably A1. And then after there, you got your Robert Saleh.
Yeah.
I still like Scott Turner. That's somebody I've been throwing my name around for. I haven't heard anybody else really mention that name, but I like Scott Turner. Jim Harbaugh's been mentioned.
Yeah, man.
I mean, they're going to run the gamut, and I hope they do. Like, I hope they vet out, like, everybody, even like Coach Port from Orchard Lake St. Mary's. Like, give him a look. He may not get the job, but like, don't leave any rock unturned and
sure.
do your fucking homework. Don't just play buddy ball, because that's what got us into this position. Is just hiring your boy. Just hiring your boy.
The Fords know that there's a lot of pressure on this decision.
Yeah.
They know that. So
Yeah.
I don't think, and I mean, we still got a couple more weeks left in this season. I doubt we make any move until the season's over and then some time after that.
I have a question for you guys.
Okay.
Honestly, what are your expectations going forward with the team? And I don't mean that in a performance standpoint, what our record is in the next 2-3 years. I mean, what are you looking for out of the organization with the next GM and the next GM's decision making and bringing his next head coach?
Anson, you want to go first? We'll just kind of go around the desk.
I mean, I can't put my finger on one specific thing. It has to feel different. It has to feel different from how aggressive we are in the off season to the way that they address the media. I mean, Caldwell was weird in his press conferences. This last regime was awful. You've never really felt a part of the Lions. The whole culture change needs to start from the beginning, and that hopefully that will translate out on the field.
You stole the word right out of my mouth. Culture was where I was going to go. We want somebody to just set the vibe. Like,
Yes, the vibe.
Schwartz did that a little bit. Like, Schwartz was the guy who set the vibe moving forward, and then Caldwell took it over and kind of like polished it up.
Yeah.
But to me, that's it. We need somebody like this whole Patriot way bullshit. We need somebody that's going to come in here and do it the Lions way
Yes.
and set a new Lions way. Like, to me, that's the most important. So people look at us like shit. I don't want to play the
Can
Lions.
I interrupt you on that?
Yeah.
So, I don't believe in any way, if that makes sense. Like, the Patriot, I think like that's just a media fucking stupid word that doesn't really make sense because it's an anomaly.
But then again,
Like,
I mean, we did try
Patriot
getting all
way
these
is an
Patriots.
anomaly. Nobody in the history of football,
Right.
maybe other than the Pittsburgh Steelers, produced that. Like, it just doesn't
Well,
happen.
football's
So,
a
I
copycat
agree.
league. NFL's a copycat league. So, like, you know, John Gruden has his own culture, right? When John Gruden coaches a team, you know they're going to run the fucking ball, you know they're going to punch you in the mouth, and you know he's probably going to have a shitty quarterback.
And Andy Reid has a similar system,
And
you know.
that's what I mean by that. And I'm sick of trying to steal from somebody else. And let's just have a John Gruden or somebody that, like, even a Cliff Kingsbury
Yep.
or
Somebody
a Sean
to come in
McVay.
and put their imprint
Yes.
on the team. Somebody from a GM standpoint who comes in and puts his impression on how we should be drafting, how we should be going about it.
Right.
And whether I agree with it or not, as long as it's their way and we're not looking sideways all the time making decision, I'm okay with it.
And that's what kills a team is zigzagging, not choosing
and
what
I feel
you
like
are.
we've always had too
Deviating
many
off your
chefs in the
path.
Yep.
kitchen. We've always had too many chefs, you know.
I like what Spielman's done so far, but Joey, what do you think?
I'm wearing a Pistons shirt right now.
Yeah, Piston basketball tonight too, baby.
So Pistons
It's a
homework is going on
sporgy.
tonight. What I like is seeing what Troy Weaver's doing, because I feel like
Yes.
he's kind of putting his own touch on everything.
Everything.
He's not just doing the Patriots way. He's not doing this way. He's doing his way. He's making it the new Pistons way, as to Stick's point.
Well,
That's huge.
You brought up Spielman.
Yep.
And so when we fired our coach and our whole, the GM and everything.
Get outta here!
There was no figurehead. There was nobody to speak for the club. And if it would have been, it would have just been, one of the Fords.
Right.
Having Spielman step up to the plate and speak to the Detroit fan base and saying that we're going to make sure this is right. that gave me a lot of confidence.
Spielman's a vibe guy, and that's what you need. I mean, even
exactly.
with like this
It's
network.
about accountability at the end of the day.
Right.
You don't. I love the Fords. Don't get me wrong. I don't want to hear from them. I want them to put the correct people in charge and let them run the operation. And Sheila's been open about it.
Yes.
I don't know everything about football. I'm going to bring in the right people to handle it. So that's just the thing. Like, just put people in place that can be held accountable.
And what I like about Sheila is she's been a woman of her word so far, too. Like, hey, listen, playoffs are bust. You're not making it. Your ass is out of here. She didn't even wait till we were mathematically eliminated. It's like, it's not looking like it, so that's not close enough for me. Get the hell out of here. Because I think a lot of us were worried about, okay, well, what if they flirt with the playoffs at 8-8 and miss it by a game?
Yeah.
Is that enough to keep them for another year? Like,
Yeah.
But she cut that snake's head off right away
Thank
and
God.
got rid of them.
I was
So,
terrified.
Again,
I was
the
terrified
previous
they were going to give
regime
that COVID
set them
clean
up for
slate.
failure.
yeah. Yeah. What
Yeah,
were you
again,
saying,
that
Anson?
goes back to setting. Go ahead, Anson.
I was just saying, I was terrified the Lions were going to be conservative and give them the COVID clean slate. Well, you know, it was a COVID year.
Yeah,
we'll give you
right.
a do-over. And
That doesn't mean shit.
The fact that they didn't wait until the end of the season and did it now is awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome. So that's what we need. We need a new culture. We need a reset. We need new uniforms. To me, that's one big thing I think the Lions need. Kind of like the Pistons are doing with their swaggy uniforms. Like that's what we need. We need all black. Like we just need something to change what is broken.
So we got Sean John over at the Pistons. Who do we get for the
you
Lions?
say Sean John?
Or
Sean
Big
John.
Sean.
And
Jesus, don't
You
ever call it.
disrespect
No.
Big Sean like
Big
that.
Sean. Yes, I apologize.
So
Big
we
Sean, my bad.
started off the day saying that the Lions aren't playing tomorrow. Sean John, what else we got, Anson?
So, hey, but you threw me off heavy on that one. But you know where I was going. Who would you pick for the Lions?
For the Lions?
Yep.
Ooh,
Who
that
reps
is a
the
good-
Lions? That's the biggest thing, because Big Sean reps the Pistons.
Big
right.
time. Big time.
I mean,
He reps the Lions too, though. But
yeah, I was gonna say outside of Big Sean. You know, it'd be awesome. Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy.
I want Eddie Murphy and his Detroit Lions Beverly Hills cop coach to be our ambassador.
Oh, Bobby Boucher.
Bobby Boucher. No, man. That sweet throwback Detroit Lions coat that he wears. You can get at Donna Sachs at Oakland Mall. It's dope.
Dude, that coat was legendary.
Donna Sachs.
I was kind of thinking of a D12 member.
D12? Eminem?
No.
Bizarre?
No.
Kaniva?
I guess he's not really a D12 member. He's one of your boys.
Ooh,
Denon
Trick
Porter?
Trick?
Trick.
Yeah, Trick's not a part of it. I mean, I would love Trick's attitude to filter into the locker room
Right.
of Detroit. Like,
Would
no.
love.
Dude,
this is
imagine that.
The no-fly zone for the
That's-
defense,
that's
just
who I
flying
want.
around killing
That's
people.
who I want.
Jesus, I
Bring
love
some
that.
attitude.
I love that. I absolutely love that. So,
sure.
I mean, what about like you think of like people who come back to Detroit and always, well, not even come back. Kid Rock, for example. My man's always repping the Lions.
No doubt.
right? No,
No
the
doubt.
Trick no-fly zone on
I
defense would be
love
amazing.
Trick in the same role, dude.
Dude, God,
Can we do that?
All I can
Can
think
we
of.
start this now?
All I can think of is if we had Trick, I wish we had like old school Ed Reed on the team, just lighting motherfuckers up from that safety
My
position.
all-time favorite player,
Oh,
dude.
dude, was a monster.
I loved him.
So let's get into the game a little bit today. I mean, obviously the Lions are 5-9, going up against the Bucks, who are 9-5. The Bucks are favored by 10 points.
Going against the GOAT.
Yeah, going against the GOAT, straight out of Michigan. Whatever.
And what's cool about this game is if the if the Buccaneers win, they're going to the playoffs.
Yeah.
So
And the Patriots.
the Lions could control this.
A little bit of spoiler action today?
Because
It's a trap.
Yeah, it's always a trap,
Maybe.
man.
This does feel like the ultimate trap game. You've got the head of valet running special teams.
Dude,
I've been here. How long have we been working here? A few months.
2 months.
3 or 4?
So
Well,
how long
yeah,
has
before
Anson been
here.
part of the pregame show?
Anson's been a part of it since week 1, man,
So
on
we're-
my couch.
So we're at week 16 now.
And every
I
game's a
have to
trap.
listen to 16 weeks of bullshit. That every game is a trap game with this
right.
guy. I don't understand.
If you're a Lions fan, every Sunday it's a trap,
Just
man.
watch football. Why do I have to listen to that? It's a trap game. This shit doesn't make any sense.
I'm
to me.
still waiting
At this
for-
point, I
listen.
don't even know what a trap game is.
Every game's a trap.
Can we get our producer to get my Admiral Akbar visual here for every time I say it? That's what I want.
So last week, Brady threw for 390 yards, 2 TDs with 110 quarterback rating. On the season, he's got 32 touchdowns, 11 interceptions.
I thought it was washed up.
Yeah, no, he's awful.
No?
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
his
They
career's over.
lost 2 games early in the season, so Brady's awful.
he's
a
washed
big
up.
take with those 320 of those 390 yards were in the second half last week.
That's
so
crazy.
The thing that scares me is the Lions. We know we always start off hot.
Yep.
the Buccaneers, they're down by 19 points in the first half throughout the season. So it's like they're known for giving up the points.
Right.
And that's what we're known for. So this is not playing in our favor.
Well, they
at
got
all.
Evans, they got Gronk. Brown actually had a decent game next week. And they're going up against the Lions defense, which is 30th in the league against the pass.
Yeah, he had a pretty
not
45-yard
32nd.
touchdown last week. AB did, but the Lions have actually given up the most points to the quarterback position over the last 4 weeks. They are just bleeding points.
Ouch.
Yep. And
Well, we lost our defensive genius.
Well, for sure. And that's the perfect segue because we can't get to the quarterback right now. We're producing pressure at like 20% or less of snaps.
Because we don't fucking blitz.
Yeah, and then going further, if you can get the pressure on Brady, that's when he falls apart. He is actually, in the last 10 weeks, the #1 quarterback in terms of yards and the #2 quarterback in terms of touchdowns in a clean pocket.
Yeah, that's what Corey was saying. That's what he wanted for his
I
game
didn't
plan.
get a chance to hear that.
He said, pressuring
Pressure's
Brady,
crucial
Brady.
today.
And it's actually that's the same thing with all greats. Your Aaron Rodgers, your Brady's, Peyton Manning when he was playing.
Yeah.
Like that's why the Giants were able to beat those teams because they were able to put pressure on them constantly in their face, hitting them, making them uncomfortable, getting them off their spot.
And now that he's 50, he doesn't get around as well. So
No. And so who's back today that I wanted to see really bad? Oh, our rookie. Our rookie is back. Okuda is back playing today. So he's going to have an interesting matchup against Mike Evans.
Maybe an extra second of coverage there to allow the
we got to
Lions to
protect
get to
him.
him.
We
Yeah.
got to protect him by putting pressure on the quarterback, and that's how
Exactly.
you protect your young rookie cornerback.
100%.
You get the pressure. Last week, Tannehill absolutely crushed the fucking Lions. It was not good.
Can we talk about that pass from Stafford last week, though?
Which one?
The no-looker touchdown?
Oh, yeah. That's nice.
That's a Stafford classic.
That's nice.
So, you guys posted we posted about Aaron Rodgers giving some love up to Stafford.
Yeah.
Because they kept talking about how Mahomes is the guy that kind of innovated the no-look sidearm pass. And it really has been Stafford for a long time that's done that. And it's driven us crazy as Lions fans because sometimes it's gotten us in trouble. But that pass is one of the slickest little window no-look football pass I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, I don't see why it's a big deal when quarterbacks throw from different arm angles. Like everybody gets, oh man, he's got every arm angle. But it's like, dude, these guys are such great athletes. Like they should be able to throw sidearm, overarm,
behind the back,
behind the back. I mean, he should be able to throw like that.
I like
and get
that
a fucking
underhanded
pass.
throw, man.
I do too.
Nice spiral on that.
But
Because the thing
athletes
is,
are athletes.
The thing is, anytime someone's rushing at a QB, they're probably going to either go for the tackle or they're going to go up. So you're just trying to get below the defender.
We used to see Favre do it back in the day because he was a gunslinger.
Dude,
and
that tunnel that he threw it through no look just was amazing.
yeah, no, I believe me, I think Stafford's an amazing quarterback. I just don't think it's a big deal when you drop your arm down to avoid a defender. Like that's fucking football.
But how do you think the play calling is going to be for the Buccaneers? Because you can't scout this game. I mean, play calling on both
It's
sides.
Bruce Arians' offense. Attack, 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 attack.
Do you think we see a lot of Fournette today?
That's actually one of the prop bets today about Fournette. I think it's 69.5 yards for Fournette.
What do you like on that?
Under.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, Tom Brady's offenses just always confuse me.
Yeah.
You never, because he's going to go to the hot hand. He's gonna just play the field.
Yeah, you can never predict where the ball's going to go in a Brady offense. I think we're going to see a heavy dosage of Fournette in the second half, though.
We want to make sure you get your chance at $1,000. We got about 20 minutes left in the show, and you got about an hour and a half before game time. So make sure you guess who's going to score the first touchdown, final score of the game, and make sure you share, baby. Sharon is Karen. What do you guys think about DeAndre Swift today?
I like him a lot. He's
Yeah.
going to get a lot of touches from the backfield and catching the rock as well. He seems to kind of have turned into the focal point of the offense. Would you
As
agree?
he
I have
should.
a question for Anson.
Uh-oh.
All right, so
How
last
the
week we were
fuck
here.
are you talking?
He wants to talk about the Rookie of the Year conversation.
Oh, okay,
He
go.
did get up to 9 touchdowns, though.
No. Justin Jefferson and Justin Herbert are miles ahead of every rookie in that conversation.
Yeah.
Right? Please stop.
sure.
Yeah.
Anyways, back to my question. Last week you say up here, and I have no idea, but you insisted that Kerryon Johnson needed more looks and that we need to see the most out of Kerryon Johnson.
No,
After seeing
I said
last
that-
week what DeAndre Swift did, can we just acknowledge now that clearly there's two things and two issues really with Kerryon Johnson. One, his injury past, and two, he has not been as dynamic since he got the injury. So
Agreed.
why Why are we having this conversation?
Because I'm an anti-Adrian Peterson. I'm not a pro Kerryon Johnson guy. I do think that he's got a little more gas in the tank than we've allowed him to show.
Well, no shit. We signed him to a 1-year contract for a reason.
But AP looked pretty bad last week, I thought. I'm just not an AP guy. I think that
What
we've
the
got.
fuck did you watch?
What I'm saying though is we've got young guys on the roster that we could be getting a look at whether we want to turn them loose after this offseason or not. We know AP's not going to be
Swift
here
is our
next year.
clear one.
So why are we running him when we're 5-9 or when we're a terrible team? You know?
Right.
I don't get it.
Me and you go back and forth on Adrian. Your issue with Adrian Peterson isn't a performance thing; it's
Well,
a character thing.
It's both at this point.
Right,
At this point.
But yeah, it's a character thing. I mean,
Yeah.
you still like Kareem Hunt.
Well, honestly, when we signed him, I hated it, but I didn't mind seeing him in the offense because it seemed to work a little bit. But
Right.
at this point, when we're playing for nothing and we're playing for the future, trying to get a look at who these young guys are, why aren't we giving Kerryon these looks instead of AP? We know who he is.
That may
Because
be
we
because
know what Kerryon is.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe we're just past Carry On.
Yeah, and that's what it
The
seems like.
organization made it clear.
Yeah, they
when
have.
they
I agree
drafted
with that.
DeAndre Swift at 35. It was clear that Kerryon Johnson is not involved.
Well, but
and
wait a
any
second,
future
though.
plans with the
But the
Lions.
Lion or the NFL as a whole is working into committee backs. I mean, you're only seeing a few teams that
No.
have these workhorses.
Yeah.
Most teams are working with 2 or 3 guys. you
At
know?
least the good
And
teams
so
are.
I figured that Kerryon was going to be that, you know. And then when we added AP, he just kind of fit his way up. But
But that
to your
fits the
point,
committee
though,
bill.
to your point, though, the Lions coaching staff clearly saw something that took him out of favor.
And I think it had something to do with Bevel and AP's relationship too.
100%.
I mean, getting them here, like they were together earlier in their career. Now they got back together. So I'm like in the middle of both of you guys.
Yeah.
Like I see value in playing Carry On to hopefully we can get another spark out of him and some hope. But
Yeah.
I think we have seen enough out of Carry On
Yeah.
to know that
He's
Swift
not-
is 10 times the dynamic
100%.
back he is.
And as he said, he's not the same player since his injury.
Right.
He really isn't.
No, I like this comment. I would have definitely rather had Ty Johnson and Bo Scarborough than AP. I mean, that's why we had to cut Bo Scarborough. And Ty Johnson has looked good in
Yes, he
some
is.
action with the Jets, but it's action with the Jets.
Bo's a savage, man. He looked good for us last year a little bit.
Yeah, he was big. I mean, he's AP part 2, essentially. He's just a big dude.
Yeah.
So
Look
Swift,
at Blunt more, but yeah.
yeah, Swift has averaged 4.5 yards per carry this season, which is pretty damn good for a rookie. The Bucks rushing defense, though, today, 3.4 yards a carry. That's 1 in the league. And they allow 77.8 yards a game. That's 1 in the league. So I don't know how much rushing we're going to get done today, fellas. This is going to be completely on Matthew Stafford today.
Yeah, I mean, he just got to come out to ball out today. That's really it.
Yep.
You know, he's the third ranked pro fantasy football focus, pro football focus ranked quarterback over the last 3 weeks since Bevel took over. He really has kind of had a little bit of a renaissance to what might be his last year's Lion.
And I wonder if he's being involved in a lot more of the play calling, too. Because if your offensive coordinator becomes head coach, who's going to be the offensive coordinator? Who they slide up? It's probably
we're
your
talking about
quarterback.
our quarterback
It's
coach,
still
Sean
Bevel.
Ryan. Right now, he's the one calling the plays, right?
Yeah.
That's what they're saying. It's got to be Stafford that's going to be doing it.
I hope so. Like, at this point in his career, he should be like Peyton Manning, be able to be on the field, make the checks, read the defense, catch them when they're trying to make changes. Like, the ball's in your court this game, Stafford. Let's see Stafford just take over. That's what I want to see.
That would be nice, wouldn't it?
Wouldn't it be crazy just see him out there, like, just calling plays, directing guys? Omaha, you know, all that old shit Peyton used to do. I would love to see that today.
It would make this game a trap for sure.
Oh, Jesus.
I think
Kill
the
me,
Lions
God.
honestly have a mild. I think they get blown out or stay right in this game.
Okay, that's fair.
The
Wow, that
coaching
was
thing
very
is,
bold. Right there.
Bold ass prediction.
No, but I mean the coaching thing is such a massive wild card in this one. But at the same point, these guys could rally around him too. You know.
Let's run through some prop bets real quick for you guys, and I want all your opinions on this. The Buccaneers are -2.5 through the first quarter. You guys taking that?
I'm taking the shit out of that.
You are? You think the Bucks are going to come
they
out
haven't
hot?
scored. They haven't scored
Dude,
a point in the last 4
the
games.
Bucks will be up 17 by the time the first quarter ends.
Okay, so
You
you're
know,
taking that
the
one?
Bucks haven't scored a point in the last 4 games. So
In
I'm
the
going
first-
against
in the
that.
first
Do you know who they're
quarter?
playing?
In the first quarter.
In the first quarter? That's an interesting
They're playing
stat,
a
though,
coach
man.
stat.
That's an interesting
Playing
stat.
a coachless team. I feel.
No, we got the
I'll
valet
save what
coach,
I
apparently.
think for later. Never
Okay,
mind,
well,
never
here,
mind.
let's extend that a little bit. The Bucks -4.5 through the first half.
I'll take it.
Okay. Anybody else? Takers?
I'm gonna take that.
You take that? All right, Buccaneers, Leonard Fournette. We kind of touched on this. 65, thought I said 66, but 65.5 yards rushing. Over, under. What do you guys take?
Under.
Under?
I'm going to go over.
You're going to go over. Adam, what do you think? Is it going to be?
I'm going to go over with 2 multiple touchdowns.
Okay, Ronald Jones is still on the COVID list, so let that be known. This is weird. We have a place kicker prop bet.
Really?
Don't often have these.
Oh boy.
Buccaneers, Ryan Suckup, over 8.5 points. So, I mean, 3 field goals for him or 2 field goals and 3 extra points or however you want.
2 field goals and 3 extra points I see all day.
You see that all day? All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with 3 field goals for him.
All right. Adam?
Oh, he gets it over easy.
Okay. And one last one for the Lions. Marvin Jones Jr. over 4.5 catches.
I thought it was going to be a half fumble.
Half fumble.
What was the number?
4.5 catches for Marvin
he's
Jones
gonna
Jr.
be over that.
You think
I'm
so?
gonna be
playing
freaking
from
out every catch. I don't want him touching the ball today. Damn it! Don't.
Dude, if he fumbles today, that is 100% on you. Dude.
Oh, my
is.
God. It's on
is.
all of us now.
It is.
It's
I mean,
sure.
listen, Kenny might have commented it, but I the one that brought it to the show.
You put it in the
We'll
universe.
send him a Woodward shirt.
So those are some prop bets for today, and we also want to touch on some other games that are going on today. We got the 49ers versus the Cardinals. I have some interest in this game because Anson and I are playing each other in our Dynasty League consolation game for 3rd place.
You didn't have to
Oh,
say
you
the
gotta do the
consolation.
consolation. So toilet bowl, okay?
No,
Well, we
not
wanted-
the toilet bowl. We made the playoffs.
Yeah,
It's
it's still the
bowl.
toilet
We
bowl
wanted
game.
to play in week 16 all year, and
Yep,
we are.
we are.
We just aren't playing for 3rd.
Yeah, and George Kittle is back for the 49ers.
I have him in my other league, so I got to go against him on his league.
Well,
Or
the
in this-
Cardinals are favored in this game by 5.5 points, and the over-under is 48.5. I don't see this being a high-scoring game unless Kittle gets rolling because the 49ers have nothing on offense.
Kyler's been looking pretty damn good.
All season he has. I thought he was going to have a rough season
He was
this year.
slumping a little bit,
Yep.
but the last couple of weeks he's looked pretty damn good.
That game's at 4:30.
You like that to be a low scorer?
I do.
Really?
I do.
How many games we got today?
3.
Oh, nice.
Love it. So who you got, Joey? 49ers or Cardinals?
I'm gonna go with the Cardinals on that one.
All right. Adam, who you got?
I'm going to take the Cardinals.
Cardinals with the
Very
points?
close game, though.
Very close, you think?
What's the spread?
The spread is 5.5.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's tough,
No,
huh?
I won't take the points.
Okay. And then the game at 8:15. I like this game. It's going to be a fun matchup. It's one of Adam's favorite teams versus one of my favorite teams. We got the Dolphins and the Raiders. Dolphins are favored by 3, which is crazy to me. What do you guys think?
I'm a Raiders guy on this one.
All right.
Yep.
Adam?
Joey?
Ah,
I want to hear everyone first.
I'm gonna go with Raiders for you, Adam.
No, that's for me, baby.
I know.
I'm the Raiders guy.
For him.
Adam, who you got?
I'm going to be the Dolphins guy.
Yeah, you are.
And here's why. And oh wait, that's right. Their shitty quarterback's not playing. We got Marcus Mariota playing.
Yeah.
right?
It's a new
Ooh,
world
that
in Raider
changes
land.
it.
It
Yeah.
does.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think the Raiders will ever achieve anything with Derek Carr. as their
You
quarterback.
don't have to worry
And I
about
mean
that this week. Do you think
So, that's a
Mariota's good
tricky
enough?
game.
You think Mariota's good enough to take that team over the edge, though?
Over the edge, how like win a playoff game?
Yeah.
I think they could win a playoff game with how dynamic he is, but I don't think he's a long-term solution.
Got it. Okay, so who you got in this game? You got
I still
Tua.
got the Dolphins. I love their defense, man.
Yeah.
For me, Stefanski and Flores are Coach of the Year candidates.
Yeah, it's
Absolutely.
got to me. It's got to be Stefanski because he's actually made me believe in the Browns. I never thought I'd say that in my life.
Can I say
For
something
real
to
though,
that?
bounce
Yeah.
back.
I wouldn't be mad if Stefanski won it, but I just want to take a step back. Going into the year, the Cleveland Browns were expected to do this. They just never had the coach who could help them do
Well, they
it,
were
right?
expected
That's
to
a
do
good
this
point.
last year.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing.
Because the GM put together a very good roster.
Oh, dude.
And then
Weapons.
with the Dolphins, last year they were tanking for Tua.
Yeah.
It was a meme all over Twitter last
And they
year.
got Tua, and look
So-
at what happened. Does tanking work?
So again,
Uh,
no, I don't think that way. But
They got him
again,
because
Brian
the
Flores,
Lions-
in my opinion, has done more with less.
Yeah.
And if he
I
finishes
agree.
with a game less from a win standpoint, then Stefanski, I think you got to give it to him. And
Yeah.
if he ties, you have to give it to Flores.
Yeah, I just, like I said, man, it's just, if somebody came in and made the Lions what the Browns are, they have to win Coach of the Year.
hell yeah.
I don't know, man. I gotta side with Adam on this one. Miami came in with expectations of nothing around the league.
Right.
And the Browns, everybody was so high on them last year that they got burnt by it a little bit, so they had tempered expectations this year, but they came in with a much better roster on paper. I think that the Dolphins are a much bigger surprise.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they're a bigger surprise, but I definitely think that the Browns have just shocked me this year. Like,
Look, again,
no matter how
I'm
good
gonna
the Browns
say it.
are on paper, I expect them to be shitty on the field, I guess.
Yeah,
Stick by the leg,
that's
baby.
like trained memory because the last
Right.
30 years of how shit they've been.
Exactly.
But having said that, I really think Stefanski's done an amazing job. Having said that, Brian Flores, in my opinion, is one right now. They are 9-5. Browns are 10-4. Now, if the Browns are able to beat Pittsburgh and somehow win the division,
Pittsburgh's a very good team.
it's got to go to Stefanski.
I can't believe
I don't
Pittsburgh's on the
think-
verge of
Oh my
losing
God,
that division
wild.
with an 11-0 start.
Wild.
Like, that's like the tortoise and the hare story.
going.
Just like
Keep going.
No. I mean, listen, we can argue all we want, but the
numbers,
games are
numbers.
going to play
Right.
themselves out, and it's going to be what it's
Yeah.
going to be. So the fact that they were 11-0 and now they've lost 3 consecutive, pretty much, it's looking. They got to right that ship. I thought last week was the
I'm not
week.
going to sit here and say that's what I predicted. I didn't think the Steelers would even be 11-0.
Right.
And my knock on them when they were 11-0
The
was that they
consistency.
were an inconsistent football team. And here we are, 3 games later, acknowledging what I said 10 weeks ago.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now the numbers are just starting
Again,
to stand up
I
for
think
you.
they're a 10, 11, 12 win football team. They're a very good team. But they're very inconsistent, and that's why I don't think they can compete with the Chiefs. That's why I don't think they can compete with the Bills, and that's why they've been losing.
I love how you can say that.
Who's in
they-
your Super Bowl, Adam?
Who's in my Super Bowl? That's tricky. So for sure the Chiefs.
Yes.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if the Bills made a run.
I like the Bills, man.
Having said that, the
Also
NFC
like the
for me is
Colts.
a toss-up. I don't like the Colts this year at least. I think they got to move on from Rivers.
I agree.
But in the NFC is where it's like just a fucking toss-up, man. I don't trust Green Bay. I really don't. I haven't trusted them for the last 10 years. They can win all the games they want. They never show up in the playoffs. The Saints last night made me turn a little bit and be like, "Whoa, what was that?"
Right?
But again, you don't know. And then you have the Seahawks, the Rams. It's like you really. Those are 4 teams I really like, but I don't trust for me to announce as my clear favorite to get into the Super Bowl.
Okay.
But if you put a gun to my head and made me pick, I'd say it'd have to be the Saints.
Saints.
Saints out of the NFC. Who you got coming out of the NFC?
I think it's Rodgers and Mahomes, man.
Yeah. Ooh, Mahomes and Rodgers. It's tough to pick against the Packers. They look good, and it's crazy. They didn't even add weapons to Aaron Rodgers this year, and he looks so good. They
There's so
drafted
much-
a backup quarterback in the first round.
I like what Adam said and the fact that I don't trust him because I just didn't see them being this good at all to start the season. They just
Right.
keep winning games.
Well, they
man.
were 13-3 last year.
Yeah,
Right.
but I don't know. I thought this was the year they were going to start to fade, or maybe I was hoping.
Joey, who you got in the Super Bowl? I mean, we're all kind of taking the Chiefs in the AFC.
Yeah, I think it's going to be the Chiefs.
Right.
I love just watching the Chiefs, and Hill's one of my favorites to watch in the league
How
because
can
he's
you
just
not?
so fun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
The Lions? Lions out of the NFC?
the NFC is up there. But I mean, the Packers is. I mean,
It's
Packers
tough.
are the Packers.
Yeah.
Yep. And they're just playing good football this year, so it's tough to pick against them. Let's make sure we got about 10 minutes left in the show, so make sure you get your guesses in for that $1,000. Who's going to score the first touchdown? Final score of the game today, and make sure you share the post.
I
What's
got
up?
a question for you.
I want to hear it.
So you got to start one of the 3 wide receivers from Tampa Bay today. Who do you start, fantasy-wise?
Does that include Gronk?
No.
Okay, I'm starting AB.
Over
Really?
Mike Evans?
Yeah.
Antonio Brown over Godwin and over Mike Evans.
I am.
Wow.
I like the way they started to use him last week. They're starting to get a lot of those little screen passes, get them in space, get them out there. And you saw he broke one last
Yeah.
week and got a touchdown. And if him and Tom Brady get a connection like they had before, it's over, man. It's over.
See, that's what scares me about AB is because all this stuff has been dink and dunk and short, 15-yard stuff. It was nice to see him break that one open, but I think Mike Evans would be the guy I start.
Right.
I hope it would be Godwin, but I don't think it will be.
Yeah. What about you? You got Evans, Godwin, or AB?
I got Mike Evans for
Yeah.
sure. And I got in for the first score tonight.
Oh,
Today.
there you go.
Not night,
There we
night,
go.
Today.
Adam, who you got?
I'm going to take Godwin. He's their chain mover, so I'm going to stick with that.
Okay.
I think this game is over very quickly. I wouldn't take any of them if I had to. I would just take the running backs and the defense.
All right, I got a question for you, Adam. You got a flex spot, and you got to pick Swift, Jones, or Hawkinson.
Ooh, hot.
You're taking Swift.
Ooh.
Same. I agree. We're agreeing a lot today.
This is scary.
Armageddon, bro.
This is scary.
Armageddon.
I'm taking Hawkinson,
Pro
man.
Bowler.
Not only he's a Pro Bowler, he's the number 3 tight end in fantasy football.
Yeah, but Swift just gets so much work on both sides.
Yeah, that's tough for me though to pass up on a guy that constantly puts it. Like I guess
I
it's
agree with
the
you, Stick,
floor
but
ceiling argument.
You have to remember that Hawkinson max today will see maybe 8 targets.
Mm-hmm.
Lucky if we get him in double digits. Having said that, we know Swift is going to get about 12, 14 carries.
And 6 to 8
Probably will
targets.
get 6 or 7 catches. You never know.
Yeah, no, I see that, but this is like I was saying, it's the floor ceiling argument. Like if you need a lot of points to win, you go with Swift because he's going to get you a lot of points. But if you need your consistent 15, 10 points out of your flex, I think Hawkinson's the play because of his consistency all season. Swift's been here, man.
I mean, he had 2 catches for 18 yards last week.
Yeah.
One was a touchdown, wasn't it? Oh, not last week, a couple weeks ago. Still, that's okay.
He's got 1 touchdown in the last 6
I'm okay
weeks.
with him having a down game last week because to me that increases the odds of an up game this week.
Yeah, I'm a Swift guy there.
Okay. Well, we'll find out tonight, man. Or tonight. Today.
I keep saying that too.
I know.
I keep saying that.
The best part is Corey from Woodward Sports right now is down at Ford Field. He's going to be, they have a suite for all the press, and he's going to be reporting live from the game, which is
Fantastic.
awesome.
That's so cool. So he got his own suite up there at Ford Field?
Yeah.
Like seeing that Woodward on the,
they put
the press
food in there?
pass.
Oh, they better,
I'd be
they
so
better put
jealous
food,
if
but
they
it's like
do.
hot dogs and stuff.
Oh, what do you mean?
They ain't
That's the
getting
best.
lobster and stuff,
Them,
man.
That's
them
the
hot dogs
best.
are the best, though.
All right, before we wrap up, man, let's get our predictions in for the game today. Lions versus Bucks. Bucks are minus 10. Over/under is at 54. Who you got, Joey?
54. I'm gonna go with the take the under on that.
Okay.
On 54. But I got the Bucks beating us 31-24.
31-24. Okay. So
No, wait, that's over.
I was gonna say.
That's
So you got the over, man.
That's over. I'm gonna take the over.
So
on
you're gonna
that.
take the over.
Yeah.
All right. Who you got, Anson?
I'm
Who's
o-
scoring your first touchdown? What'd you say?
Evans.
Evans.
Yeah, I'm over a little bit.
Okay.
I'm going 34-20. Bucks beating up on the Lions a little bit, and that'll actually be
Take him on my.
that'll be covering the points.
Joey
too.
got mad because you just went Price is Right on him.
You
$1
really
under.
did. You just win a
$1.
dollar.
Yeah, $1. Who do you got scoring first, Anson?
You know, I bounced around a few different times, and I think the Lions are going to come out and score first.
Okay.
Man, I was Fournette all day, and then somebody said it, so I think I'm going to go with Swift today.
Okay.
I hope
And,
Hawk gets it.
and Adam, who do you got? Lions, Bucks minus 10, over under 54.
I got the Buccaneers 41,
Whoa.
Detroit Lions 17,
Okay.
So you're definitely
and
taking the over.
Leonard Fournette getting the first touchdown.
All right. Now I hate to do this because last week was the first week I picked against the Lions, and look what happened. They just got kicked in the teeth. But I got to pick against them again today.
Yeah.
I hate doing it. I really do. I think they can win if they put pressure on Brady. They're going to have to run against this defense that's impossible to run against. And Ndamukong Suh is back. He's going to rip somebody's head off today.
Oh yeah.
I love you, Ndamukong Suh. I miss you,
I miss
Ndamukong
you.
Suh.
I do too. I was always a fan.
No, who was it? Like, people who didn't like Ndamukong
Step on
Suh.
that dude, you know?
Because
did not-
he'll get flags. That's why they get
I
pissed.
don't give a shit. That's the
Right.
type of people we need, man. And that was the attitude that the Lions had and lost. And kind of when he went, the attitude went.
Dude had double-digit sacks from the nose tackle position.
He was just
you know?
mean. We need
Remember
mean.
when he almost killed Donovan McNabb?
Oh, remember when he almost killed Jay Cutler 3 times in preseason?
He almost killed like 12 people in
Yeah,
there.
and
Any
then
quarterback he faced
He
almost died.
stomped on Dietrich Smith.
Yeah.
Love that, man. We need more
Step
people.
on.
Right. Like, we need to stomp on people's fucking necks.
Culture.
Culture.
Vibe.
Yeah. Anger.
doubt.
Angry. But I'm picking the Bucks to beat the Lions. I'm going to go 31-21. So I'm low. I'm below.
So you like a push on the over-under.
Yeah.
You're right there.
Yep, I'm right at it. So this would be a tough game for me to bet on the line that Vegas gave, but that's why Vegas gives the lines that they do. Because they're predicting pretty much the same thing I'm predicting.
I'd be putting my money on the Bucks today.
Yeah, but with 10 points.
Still.
Still?
Yeah. The coaching thing is just such a scary thing for me, man.
Yeah, yeah.
It is scary, but it's exciting at the same time.
It's
It's gonna be
interesting.
so
though.
fun to watch.
It's really interesting, that's for sure.
I want to see what Stafford does. That's going to be the biggest takeaway from
I
today.
literally hope it's just schoolyard football where those guys are just out there having fucking fun, getting paid. Like, there's nothing left to play for this season. I don't care where we're drafting, if it's 11, if it's 7, if it's 15. I don't care.
It's like when you're playing Madden and you're playing somebody that has no clue what they're doing, but they just step back and they just hit B and then all of a sudden they make a play
Yeah.
and they end up winning.
That's what I hope the Lions do today. Just mash the keypad over and over until something works.
Button pressers, man.
Yes, that's what I hope we turn into today.
Damn it.
You guys got about an hour before game time. You can still get your votes in for who's going to score the first touchdown, final score of the game, and share this.
$1,000.
You must have your guess in by 1:05, though. Otherwise, it's null and void because as soon as the game starts, the odds change.
They do.
Why does it start at 105?
I don't know. It's just like baseball games always starting at like 7:07 or
It's Saturday.
7:03. I don't know. It's weird. And then like Monday Night Football's 8:20. Thursday Night Football's 8:15.
You're right.
I don't know. I don't know why they do it, Joey, but they do it.
They do it.
They do it.
And we watch it.
I do watch it every single Saturday, Sunday, Thursday, Monday now. So here we go. Lions game day. You guys have a great time. Enjoy the game. Hope you had a Merry Christmas. Oh, we didn't even talk
Yeah,
about it.
we
Did you?
didn't even mention Christmas.
How was your Christmas?
It was good. We got 2 minutes, so I don't want to go too long
You got
on
a
this.
dog.
Yeah, I'm trying out a dog at the house with
Awesome.
the cats. It's
That's
going
amazing.
well so far. But
Woody.
What about you? What was your favorite
I
present?
don't have a dog.
Did you get a present that you loved the most?
Well, there was one present we talked about on our show
Skinny
yesterday.
jeans.
My future mother-in-law bought me pants, and I'm a size 36. She got me 30s.
Time
Guys,
to work
we
out,
have a
baby.
fantasy question. I think it's very important.
Okay.
All right, question coming in. Should I bench DeAndre Swift? Should I bench Marvin Jones in place of Jonathan Taylor? I have both. I need both to go off. Do I start Jonathan Taylor against Pittsburgh Steelers,
Man, that's tough.
or do I start both Lions?
I would.
And if I don't start both Lions, which one do I start?
I would bench Jones, start Taylor and Swift.
I mean,
Okay.
I probably like Swift the best out of those three just because Taylor's going against that defense.
Yeah, but Taylor's been starting to get like 20, 25
He's
carries
looked
a game.
amazing
Plus,
lately.
he's getting those balls out of the backfield
Yeah,
like
no,
you
he's
guys
looked
talked
up-
about earlier with Swift. So,
Jones would sit for me out of
Yep,
this
me too.
three, for sure.
Yep.
You know, my advice is don't listen to these two because they're fighting for the toilet bowl right now in their fantasy football league.
hey, it's hard to get there,
Third
man.
place, baby. It's $100.
I was 10-3 this season.
Oh, you
man.
get money on the third
Yeah.
place. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, you get your buy-in for the league, baby.
Get that W.
Have a great game day. We'll be back on at 6:30 tonight, right? For the Lions or for the Pistons pregame.
Yeah,
Go
game's at
Pistons!
7.
First home game of the season.
Exciting.
Killian Hayes making his debut at LCA. Let's go!